Wow, and with
a
much
great quality
better
of life.
much better results than the alternatives.
You can look at the data. The data is really impressive. So I encourage people, especially the 200,000 men a year who are getting prostate cancer diagnosis, look at the data and call us up. You're welcome to call us at our office during the week, and I'm happy to discuss it with you personally or meet with you personally if you wish.
That's right. Or you could call us right now at 800-321-0710 with any questions that you may have.
Okay, we're going to break for a word from our fantastic, responsible sponsor, and then we'll be back to talk about how to save lives with data showing that we can.
For new or recurrent cancers, Radiosurgery New York specializes in new, non-invasive cancer treatment choices. First in America, first in New York, first for you, Body Radiosurgery Cancer Treatment. Decades of experience with primary and metastatic, large or small cancers. Cancer treatment from head to toe, acoustic neuroma to prostate cancer. We hit the cancer with no cutting, no bleeding. Hi, I'm Dr. Gil Lederman. We're the cancer treatment radiosurgery pioneers, with possibly a second cancer treatment chance for you, even if chemo, radiation, or surgery didn't work. Our cancer treatment is outpatient with most insurances, Medicare, Medicaid accepted. Minutes could change your life. Call me at 212-CHOICES, 212-CHOICES to hit the cancer. Ask us about hyperthermia, too. We're super convenient, 38th and Broadway in Manhattan. Call 212-CHOICES, 212-CHOICES to hit the cancer.
News Talk Radio 710
WOR.
For prostate cancer treatment, results and quality of life matter. Hi, I'm Dr. Gil Lederman from Radiosurgery New York. Our enviable record includes treating thousands with prostate cancer. Critical to every man with prostate cancer and their loved ones is quality of life, urinary and sexual, and great treatment data while avoiding surgery. Treatment here is outpatient, with most insurances, Medicare, Medicaid accepted. First in America with radiosurgery for cancers from head to toe, we have the expertise to hit the cancer. Our fresh second opinion could change your life. For prostate cancer treatment, call 212-CHOICES, 212-CHOICES. Radiosurgery New York. Super conveniently located in Manhattan at 38th and Broadway, we hit the prostate cancer. Call 212-CHOICES, 212-CHOICES to hit the prostate cancer.
Welcome back to the Radiosurgery Hour. This is Rob Redstone here with Dr. Gil Lederman at the WOR Studios in the heart of New York City. We're just a few steps from the Radiosurgery New York Cancer Treatment Center on Broadway and 38th Street. Dr. Lederman, the leading cancer expert, treats prostate cancer non-invasively. He was the first in New York with fractionated brain radiosurgery, and he's the first in America and in the Western Hemisphere with body radiosurgery. You can also call Dr. Lederman at 212-CHOICES for a free informative booklet and DVD. Hey, Dr. Lederman, we're back.
Dayush, we're back.
All right.
So I promised before we could save lives and by giving you this information. So usually when you talk to a doctor, to save a life, you have to do something, right?
Yeah.
Or you have to spend money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if you could save a life by not doing something and not spending money?
That sounds even better.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. It sounds too good to be true.
Would you believe it if you could save a life by not doing something?
Yeah,
or not spending money?
Depends how convincing you are. Let's hear it.
All right. Let's. I want to go to some information. There's a new book out, and this book summarizes a lot of medical data. It's entitled "Do You Believe in Magic?" by Dr. Paul Offit, O-F-F-I-T, M.D. It's published by Harper. It's a serious book.
Yeah.
He's a physician that's trying to get a handle on what we're doing to ourselves in America.
Right.
And what society doing and what we are doing.
Too much Diet Coke, right?
Well, something more serious than that. The whole issue about antioxidants.
Oh, well, that's pretty serious.
Yeah, so you hear all these commercials and people coming up. Have you taken your antioxidants? You wouldn't get sick if you had your antioxidants,
That's
right?
true, though.
Haven't you heard that?
Yeah, I believe it. Don't you?
Do you believe it?
Yeah, I do. I take antioxidants.
You take antioxidants. How much you spend a month on medicine?
I Well, I don't know. I just kind of started, so
How much did you spend for your first bottle of this stuff?
yeah, it was about 60.
$60.
Yeah,
And that's for 1 month?
yeah. No, I think 3 months.
So $60, if you multiply $60 times 300 million Americans, you have what, like $2 billion, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. Even more. Times 6. No, that'd be $20 billion.
Oh, wow.
So you can imagine that there's a reason why we see all those vitamin stores on every block around Manhattan,
Yeah, they're all over the place.
right?
Yeah.
So anyway, this whole issue about oxidation versus antioxidation is viewed as good versus evil, right?
Absolutely.
Which one's the good one? Which is the evil one?
Antioxidants are good.
That's what you've been led to believe, right?
Absolutely.
And you're a college-educated man. You have a master's degree. You're
Yep.
smart. You work in the health industry.
Yeah.
You have exposure to family issues with health care.
Yeah, don't ruin this for me, Doc.
And so you're there with this $60 bill, antioxidants. So the whole battle's supposed to be taking place in the cell, the mitochondria, where the
Right,
body
when
converts food to energy, right?
Yeah, when you oxidize, you're damaging the cells.
Right, a process of oxygen is required. It's called oxygenation. One consequence is oxygenation generates free radicals. Now, are free radicals good or bad?
Free radicals are terrible.
They're bad
Yeah.
because you've been totally brainwashed.
No.
You've been totally brainwashed. And so free radicals damage the DNA, right?
Yeah.
And the cell membranes, right?
Because they're very reactive.
And the
so
lining of arteries, right?
they bind to anything and they damage.
And
it.
they've been linked to aging and cancer and heart disease, right?
Exactly.
Right? You buy all that stuff, right?
I buy all of it. Yeah. What
Yeah, you buy all
that.
that stuff.
What are you doing?
And to neutralize free radicals, the body makes its own antioxidants, right?
Exactly.
And those are good, right?
Yeah, of course.
Those are really good, right?
What are you doing here?
And antioxidants are found in fruits and vegetables, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pomegranate.
And selenium and beta carotene and vitamins A, C, and E, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know that people that eat more fruits and vegetables have lower cancer rates, right?
Exactly.
So the logic's obvious, right? If fruits and vegetables, and they have antioxidants and you live longer, then you should start taking some supplements, right?
Exactly.
Hey, buy your supplements, right? Send in your $60, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, did you know doctors have actually looked at this in a scientific way? Has anyone ever told you that?
I thought this was all very scientific.
Well, no. You've been brainwashed by a certain
God.
industry out there
Oh.
and totally disregarding scientific data. Can you believe it?
So what's the truth? But
Can you believe it?
I can't. This is too much of a magnitude here.
Okay, so let's look at some of the data.
Okay.
And we hope that listeners find it as interesting as I do. I hope you do.
All right.
So in 1994, the National Cancer Institute, which is the most prestigious institute in America studying cancer, right?
Right.
Sponsored by the government and trying to find the truth, worked with the National Public Health Institute of Finland. And they studied 29,000 men in Finland that were all smokers, all at least 50 years old. So they were at high risk. 50 plus, and smokers means you're at high risk for cancer and
cancer.
for heart disease, right?
Yeah, sure.
And so these men were either given vitamin E, beta carotene, both or neither, in a
Okay.
scientific way. So there were
Okay.
4 groups, all right?
All right.
And the groups that took vitamins and supplements, what happened to them, do you think?
They had a lower rate of cancer and heart disease.
No. Actually, it was just the opposite. And that's what's so shocking about this information. And I said before, I hope we can save lives by listening to this program. They had a higher rate of lung cancer and heart disease than those who didn't take them. The opposite of what everyone anticipated.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this brainwashing going out there. If you take your antioxidants, you're going to live longer, be cancer-free, protect yourself from heart disease.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
Yeah. Why is that?
Well, let's look at another study, because you don't want to believe just one study, right? Even though this study had 29,000 men in it.
Wow. That's pretty convincing already.
Right. So in America, one of the most prestigious cancer centers is called the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Center in Seattle. and they studied 18,000 people who were exposed to asbestos.
Okay.
So, again, another risk factor for lung cancer.
Lung cancer, absolutely. Huge
Right?
one. Yeah, huge one.
Huge. You know about that. You've studied that.
Yeah, asbestos is
Okay,
very
so if you had
dangerous.
asbestos, you'd really want to go on something to try to prevent that cancer from growing because you can't get the asbestos fibers out of your body, right?
Right. I would go with antioxidants.
So they're deeply embedded in your lung.
Yep.
They're brewing there, causing lung cancer, and you want to do everything you can to stop it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they studied 18,000 at the major cancer center in America. They studied 18,000 people exposed to asbestos. They were given vitamin A, beta carotene, both or neither.
And and you're telling me that the group with neither had the best rate of the other two?
Okay, so the researchers then had to stop the study early. So what does that tell you when you stop a study
man.
early?
That means that they were clearly putting people's lives in danger with their...
They were clearly
Oh,
putting
my
people's
God.
lives in dangers. And what was the increased rate of cancer among people who were taking vitamin A and beta carotene?
It must have been significant for them to...
28% more people had death from cancer if you were taking vitamin A and beta carotene.
I can't believe it.
Okay? And what's the increased rate of heart disease?
Was that all?
And we want to talk about cancer. What about heart disease?
That was also increased?
17% higher.
Wow.
You're talking about 18,000 men, so that's like 4,000 more cancer deaths and about 3,000 more heart disease deaths. Not sickness, deaths.
But how could these things be so damaging?
How can they? Well, let's talk about it in just a minute.
Wow.
Okay, so there's two studies. There's even a bigger study out there.
Really?
Yeah. So this has not been ignored by the medical profession.
I can't believe this has been going on for so long.
Can you believe it's been going on for so long? There's stores out there selling all this stuff. They just took $60 from you and probably a lot more from a lot of people that we don't want to think about losing their money. In 2004, researchers from the University of Copenhagen looked at 14 randomized studies with 170,000 people.
Wow, that's huge.
Okay, so randomized studies, meaning half the people got it, half the people didn't get it,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So randomly allocate. And they were taking vitamin A, C, E, beta carotene to see if antioxidants could prevent intestinal cancers.
170,000 people.
Mm-hmm. The authors analyzed the data.
Yeah.
There was no evidence, and I quote, "We could not find any evidence that antioxidant supplements can prevent gastrointestinal cancers. On the contrary, they seem to increase overall mortality."
Wow.
And when they analyzed the 7 best studies, there was actually a 6% increase in the death rate of cancer from people taking the vitamins.
Wow.
So you've got hundreds of thousands of people here we're talking about, and no benefit.
No, well, not just no benefit. That'd be one thing, but it's increasing the chances of death.
Death from
Wow.
cancer and heart disease,
Yeah.
the two major killers in America. And there's another study, Johns Hopkins, which is also a great center, right?
Yeah.
And they looked at 19 studies involving 136,000 people.
That's also a big study.
And just taking vitamin E,
Okay.
okay, and
And same
increased
results.
death rate.
Yeah.
Increased death rate. So all the people out there who think like antioxidants, vitamin A, E can't hurt you,
Yeah.
it can even kill you.
This is so disappointing, and I don't understand why this isn't a well-known fact. I mean, if there's so much data to support it.
No, we're trying to spread the word today about how to live a healthier life.
Wow.
The same year, in the Journal of the American Medical Association, 9,000 men who took high-dose vitamin E to prevent cancer were analyzed, and those who took vitamin E were more likely to die of heart failure than those who didn't.
Heart failure. Wow. Vitamin E.
And listen to this one. In 2007, from the National Cancer Institute, 11,000 men were analyzed who took or didn't take multivitamins. So, those little multivitamins, the shelves and shelves are filling our grocery stores.
Yeah, those are good for you, too.
Yeah, they're great. In fact, if you took those multivitamins, you're twice as likely to die from prostate cancer.